What's up, guys? It's the NJB here, and I said I'll come out with another transfer video if there were more transfers to talk about, and there are. So let's get right into it. So the first transfers I'm gonna talk about is for Danny Rose and Kyle Walker. This Walker's name's gonna go in first. There he is. I always forget to do that. But here we go. Kyle Walker and then Danny Rose. So yeah, there's a rumor that Man United wanted to sign both of them, and I think it was around for like 60 million pounds. So that's a rumor. Tottenham have came out and admit that they don't want to sell any of their star players or either of these two. So I don't know. I really don't think it's gonna happen, but I think it is good that Man U is kind of looking to strengthen like their fullbacks because right now I think Luke Shaw's pretty good, but I think they can use some better fullbacks. And if I were them, I would have signed or would try to sign Kyle Walker. Rose, I don't know, he's pretty good, but I think Walker's a better option. So the next one I'm going to go over is Arsenal, and it's kind of like a triple one. So I'm not just going to talk about like transfers, I'm also going to talk about contracts too. And Koscielny, like three French players. Koscielny, Auckland. There we go. And Olivier Giroud have all signed contract extensions. So I don't know. I guess it's a good thing because they're all pretty good players. In my opinion, I think Giroud is a pretty good player, so I think it is kind of good that they're keeping him. Maybe they should get another forward. I don't know. But I think it's good that all these guys signed new extensions. Koscielny, in my opinion, he's one of the best defenders in the Premier League, at least the best center back, one of the best. And Coquelin's a pretty good midfielder. So I think it is good that they signed extensions. Koscielny's contract went to 2020, so I can assume that these two's contract also goes to 2020 or it goes a little bit further than that. So that's that. So for a sec, we're going to go outside the Premier League, and we're going to look to Italy and France, because it's rumored that Inter wants to bid 78 million euros to sign Marco Verratti from Paris Saint-Germain. So it's kind of weird. Inter aren't doing good in Serie A right now, so honestly, I don't think Verratti would want to move. On top of that, PSG haven't had the best start to the season, so I don't think they'd want to sell Verratti because he's a good midfielder. He's one of their best midfielders on their team, so I don't think they'd want to sell him. So if this does happen, I don't think it will go through. And yeah, that's that. So next transfer I'm going to talk about is the pie. So I don't know what I was doing right there. Man United have turned down a 13 million bid from Olympique Lyon to sign Memphis Depay. So Mourinho has admitted that he just wants to sell Depay to the highest bidder, but I don't think he wants to sell for 13 million. I think he knows that Depay is worth more than that, even though he doesn't want to play him. So that's that. I think Depay is a good player. Honestly, he's had some good times at Man United. He's scored like quite a few good goals, but I feel like he just hasn't been given his chance. Like Van Gaal, every time Depay's been doing good, Van Gaal wouldn't use him as much. Then he just randomly picked him to start, so he didn't really have a good chance to play. And Mourinho just hasn't used him that much, and he hasn't really had it. He really hasn't impressed in the times he's had. So I think he's a good player. I mean, you don't be the top scorer of a league one year and then just randomly just suck the next season, even though he did move from the Dutch league to the Premier League. So I think he's a good player, and I think that if he's given a chance, he can perform better. And I think that if he does leave Man U, most likely I think it's going to be Everton. That would be a good move for him. So that's that. So the next transfer I'm going to talk about is, this one's going to be a little weird in this position, but oh good. It's Morgan Schneiderlin, and he has signed for Everton for 20 million pounds. So I think that's a good move. I think he's a good player, and I think that Everton's a good team, and they probably do need like a defensive midfielder, because the midfield is kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but I think they could use like a defensive holding midfielder to kind of improve their team, and I think he's good enough to be on Everton and to do well there. He hasn't really been playing much for Man U. He hasn't really been given much of a chance this season, and because he hasn't been playing, he was dropped from like the French national team. So I think it would be better if he does move to another team, and I think Everton's a good place for him because he has moved. I don't know why I'm talking like it's a rumor, but he has moved, so I think he's only going to do better and get better and help Everton improve. So that's that. The next transfer I'm going to talk about is Chelsea and Middlesbrough. So Chelsea wants us, or are interested in signing Middlesbrough's defender. Ben Gibson. So I think it's because they are gonna let go of John Terry sooner or later. So, and they did sign only a 1-year extension, I think, last season. So I think that he's their replacement for him. On top of that, having Luiz and Cahill in the back probably isn't something that you want to do for long. So I think that they have that in mind, and they just want to improve their defense. So I don't know. I haven't really seen this guy play because I haven't really watched Middlesbrough play unless they play one of the big teams. So I don't know. You guys can decide what you think about it. So next transfer I'm going to talk about is Adam Lallana, and it looks like Barcelona, Juventus, and Paris Saint-Germain are all interested in him. So I think that's a good thing. As a Real Madrid fan, I really don't want him to go to Barcelona. So there's that. But I think that's a good thing that an English player is being looked at by foreign teams and foreign like big teams. So I would want him to go to a bigger team. I think he is doing good at Liverpool, and I don't know why he'd leave now, because Liverpool are like second or third in the league, and they're doing pretty well. So they might also have a chance of winning the league, but I don't think Chelsea's really going to slow down. So there's that. We would be in Champions League next season. I don't see Liverpool kind of like falling off from like, or getting out of the top 4. So I don't know why he'd want to leave, but to go to a big team like Barcelona or Juventus or PSG, I don't see. I don't know. It seems kind of likely that he would choose to go abroad, but I'm not sure. Most English players prefer to stay in England. I think it would be better for the national team if we do have like our players kind of like in other big teams, so it would just help the national team, because I think that's one thing we've been lacking. But either way, that's the rumor. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is for you Man United fans. So this one's for Laney, and he has signed a 1-year extension at Man United. So yeah, you guys are gonna have to deal with him for 1 more year, and because Mourinho's been using him a lot, he's probably gonna be on the pitch a lot. So I don't know. I don't know why managers keep using him. I don't know how he's managed to stay with the team. I really thought Mourinho would get rid of him when he signed, when he became the manager of Man United. But I don't know, somehow he's just managed to stay on a team, even though this guy can get more play time than players like him or him. It just somehow he manages to stay at the team. So he's going to be on Man United for a while. I guess one good thing about him is that he does score goals. I mean, he's a pretty good goal scorer. That's probably the only good quality about him. Other than that, he's, in my opinion, he's just like a bad tackler. That's what he is. He doesn't play too well. So, I'm gonna stop roasting Fellaini. He's gonna look up for one more year. So, let's move on to the next transfer, and that's gonna be for Dele Alli. So you guys have probably heard this transfer rumor came out like right after I uploaded my first transfer video, so it's kind of weird. It's like a week ago. So I'm still gonna go over it. So it said Real Madrid and Barcelona are trying to sign Dele Alli. So it said they're gonna kind of like go against each other to sign him, like fight it out. I don't know. I think that's good that he has two big teams going after him, so he's doing something right. And he's a good player, so I think it would be good if he did go to one of those two teams. Preferably, I guess I'd want him to go to Real Madrid. We already have like a lot of midfielders, so I really don't know if we really need him. I don't know how he'd fit in. On top of that, he's a attacking mid, and we already have Isco and James Rodriguez, and both of them play their positions well. And both of them are, or at least I think Isco is probably a little bit more experienced than he is. Because Isco's been on Real Madrid. He's won 2 Champions Leagues with them, and he's just done well for them. James Rodriguez is also good, but sometimes I feel like he's only good at scoring and assisting. Like, he doesn't do much else. Like, he doesn't work so well like off the ball, in my opinion. So I don't know how Dele Alli would fit in, because Madrid is kind of stacked with midfielders. So we'll have to see if it does happen. Barcelona, I don't know if they really need to sign someone else. I guess some of their signings over the summer haven't been working out for them, because they're not doing as well. But that's going to be that. Real Madrid and Barcelona do want to sign him over the summer. But as I said with Danny Rose and Kyle Walker, Tottenham are refusing to sell like some of their biggest stars because they want to keep them. So that's that. The next transfer I'm going to talk about is, it's maybe the last one. Let me check. Okay, I think this is the last one I'm going to talk about. So this one is Payet. So West Ham have turned down let's see the number real quick, a 20 million bid from Marseille to sign Dimitri Payet. And because of this, Payet's apparently been like frustrated with it, and he's refused to play another game for the Hammers. So that's kind of crazy, because he is their best player. If you watch West Ham, you know he is their best player, and he probably knows that too. So maybe that's why he wants to leave. But to refuse to play another game for his team, I mean, honestly, I don't know. That's got to be frustrating for the team and for the fans, because their best player just doesn't want to play. If he really does want to leave West Ham, and I've heard that it's more than just like him not liking the team. I think it's because his family they're not liking living in London. I think that was kind of in the rumors. So he probably wants to leave so his family can go back to France. And since it's apparently it could be Marseille that he wants to go back to, maybe he just wants to go back home with his family. I really don't know if he's from Marseille, so there's that. But apparently he just want to take his family back to France. So I think that's why he's so determined to force the transfer. West Ham have said that they don't want to sell him in the winter, they want to keep him, but they said they are open to selling him in the summer to try and get him to still play for the team. But that doesn't seem to be working. So we're gonna have to see how this goes on, like over the rest of the transfer window. So anyway, with all these transfers in mind, that's gonna be it for this video. So we have around 13 transfers that I talked about. So you can tell me what you think about it in the comments. Tell me what you think about Fellaini staying in Man U for another year. If you're a Man U fan, are you happy about that? Or are you mad? What do you think about Man U trying to sell these guys? Or selling this guy and wanting to sell him? And what do you think about the other transfers? So Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Transfer window is open for like another 2 weeks, so depending on how many transfers or how many more transfers happen, depends on how many more videos I make. Because like, we got a lot of like transfers and transfer rumors this week, I think I might be able to do 2 more of these before the transfer window ends. So yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and this has been the NGB, and cheers mates.